To be honest, boxing's never seen nothing like this in the history of boxing. Since it began 250 years ago, it's never seen anything like this. I believe this is going to be great for boxing. I believe we're going to win.
He's going to have, after the fight is over, then so be it. I'm already in a no-win situation anyway. To me, it's a win-win. But I'm in a no-win because if I knock him out fast in the first round, they're going to be like, oh man, this wasn't worth it. If I let it go a few rounds and drag it out, they're going to be like, oh man.
I've always been in the gym training. I'm boxing professional fighters. Activity is great. I had 15 fights in 1 year when I was younger, and I think activity is great, but I'm prepared.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson lock eyes in a fiery showdown, trading sharp words as the atmosphere crackles with raw intensity between these two iconic fighters.
Even bring that shit up no more.
No, they should bring it up. Okay. They should see the difference from there to now.
Gotcha.
Me at my worst, to me at the biggest event in the history of events right now. There's never been any bigger than this. So what they have to say about that?
What does that say about you if you lose?
Well, I'm not going to lose. So I can't even fathom losing. I can't even imagine it. I think he thinks this is going to be a very easy night. This is not going to be an easy night.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. stands unshaken in the tense standoff, radiating confidence, fully in control, and eager to show that his legendary skill and competitive fire are as sharp as ever.
Been on cruise control, go out there, have some fun, and do what I do best. And that's beat Floyd Mayweather.
Mike Tyson declares he's ready for anything, pushing his training to new heights, looking razor-sharp, and brimming with confidence that he can meet the challenge head-on.
The fighter's waiting for his money. By the time he gets his money, everybody else took their percentage out already. So you don't know who's who. You get what they give you.
You look good. How you feeling physically?
Incredible.
You've been training?
Listen, I was wearing an extra large. It looks like I'm wearing large.
Rafael Corderero, Tyson's trainer, insists that Mike is fitter and more focused than he was in his bout against Roy Jones, showing a level of sharpness that surpasses his previous prime.
The perfect time, the perfect place now. Where's Mike? Put everything together. So mentally, physically, we're excited, man. We're excited. If the fight was next Saturday, you will be ready for it. We talk about Roy was 4 years ago. Today, Mike is much better than he was when he fought.
Mike Tyson is firing on all cylinders in camp, sparring with full intensity, testing his limits, and preparing relentlessly for the showdown ahead.
Okay. Calm, be relaxed.
Good. Round one. Oh. Feel. Cut the ring. Exactly. Cut the ring. Exactly.
Jeff Mayweather points out that Floyd has always thrived as the provocateur, and facing Mike Tyson could put his legacy to the test while highlighting his unmatched confidence and mastery in the ring.
It's easy because Floyd always was the bad guy. Once again, he's gonna be the bad guy. And I think that if there's any way to try to remove his O, it may.
Meanwhile, Tony Jeff recently claimed that Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s comeback is fueled by ego, unable to tolerate being outshined, especially following the buzz from Tyson's bout with Jake Paul.
So we've got to make as much money as we can while we can, and then get out of the sport. But with these two, they're multi-millionaires. And I want to get into the tail of the tape and talk about exactly the records and all of that stuff with it. But first, I just want to say, I believe that these are doing this for different things. Mike Tyson is doing it purely for the money. Purely for the money. Floyd is doing it for the money as well, but also, I believe Floyd's doing it for that limelight. You've seen the numbers that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul got, and I think this is the most viewed fight of all time, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I might be wrong in saying that, but I'm sure it was. It was hosted on Netflix. And Floyd's been one in the past with his ego that he wants to just, be in that limelight all the time. And when you're not in the limelight all the time, you want to have...
Floyd Mayweather Jr. pushes hard in training camp, moving with exceptional agility and crispness, appearing remarkably youthful while showcasing the lightning speed and pinpoint accuracy that made him a legend.
Slide and drop. Punch it, point it, here we go. Drop, drop. Walk it, walk it, walk it. Pitch it. Pitch it. 6, 6. Punch it. Pitch it. Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance.
Floyd hammers the heavy bags with explosive force and flawless technique, displaying his rapid hand speed, expert skill, and unwavering concentration. Analyst Henry voices serious concerns about the current path of boxing, noting how legends are returning for exhibition-style showdowns. He highlights Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight with Rosalind Phnikoff and Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s rumored clash with Mike Tyson, suggesting these bouts seem motivated more by money than genuine competition. To him, it's an unusual and uneasy trend, especially when veteran fighters are pulled back into the spotlight for one more run. The scrutiny around Tyson intensifies following his recent headline-grabbing return against Jake Paul, which already stirred widespread debate.
Mayweather's taking on Mike Tyson of all people. that's the most money-motivated thing I've ever heard. It's utterly bizarre. And I don't want to see Mike Tyson anywhere near the ring again, especially after that Jake Paul fiasco. This whole thing's incredibly weird. I don't like it. I'm a proper boxing fan, and these fights to me, this OAP stuff they've got going on when they bring back these old fighters for one more go at each other, it's just not something that I particularly enjoy. Now look, it's going to be on Netflix. It's probably going to be a massive event. I'm probably going to end up covering it because they are two former champions of note and it is going to go on their professional records. But if you thought the first fight wasn't particularly entertaining, I can't imagine this one's going to be much better. The one thing I will say is that I believe Pacquiao's in better condition than I realized after the effort he put in against Mario.
At the same time, Henry acknowledges that the spectacle will be massive, especially with a powerhouse platform like Netflix backing it. Even amid criticism, it sparks curiosity. He frames the true narrative around decline, questioning which fighter has lost more of their edge. Mayweather has been out of the ring for years, while Pacquiao has weathered far more grueling fights. This uncertainty adds a layer of intrigue, even for die-hard fans who typically reject the idea of such matchups.
Mayweather's not had a proper fight in such a long time, which you could argue means he won't be as sharp in the ring. But then on the other hand, Pacquiao's had way more fights than Mayweather has, so you could argue he's got less left in the tank. It's difficult to figure out what it means for either guy, and we don't really know which way it's going to go. But I guess, if I'm being really honest, as much as I don't love it, there's always going to be a little bit of intrigue there. Kind of don't like myself for it, but I'm just being honest with you guys. And I think if we want to have a real conversation about what this fight represents is a continued frustration around the truth about the first fight, which was that it came too late and it turned into more and more of a cash grab. This fight embodies that to a whole new level. Even for the broadcast and Netflix, I don't believe they're truly invested in the sport of boxing. They'll take one-off big events that get them more subscribers, that increase their revenue, that increase their subscription base, but they don't really care about the sport. If they did, they'd be putting on a lot more events than just these mega fights that involve, influencers and fighters that are well past.
Adola voices deep skepticism about the rumored Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Mike Tyson showdown in Congo, questioning whether the fight is genuinely happening or quietly losing momentum. He finds the early announcement strange, revealed in February for a September date, far longer than the typical 3 to 4-month promotional window. Such an extended timeline hints at either a bold global marketing push or hidden uncertainty behind the scenes. He also scrutinizes Netflix, considering its approach to producing spectacle-driven matchups that blur the line between sport and entertainment.
Also talk about Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson in the Congo. Is that now scrapped? Why are they announcing this several months before the event? I mean, is it a massive build-up? I mean, when you think about it, most fights are announced 3 months, 4 before an event. This one, September. We are in February, people. Like, what is going on? I mean, what are Netflix doing? Netflix are kind of, obviously, they're picking up and putting on really random stuff. Like Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. If you are an MMA fan, that fight was supposed to happen way more than a decade ago. Way more than a decade ago. They're doing it now. Will it get big numbers? I guess it kind of will. They've obviously done the Jake Paul stuff. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Jake Paul versus AJ. They done massive numbers. Crawford Canelo, a serious fight. And then they're doing it.
From crossover spectacles to the huge audiences drawn by Jake Paul's events, the platform clearly aims for broad appeal. Aid concedes that the formula probably succeeds, even if it seems unpredictable. Despite his doubts, he speaks as a true admirer of Floyd Mayweather Jr., tracing his own love for boxing from Mike Tyson's reign to British legends and eventually returning to American boxing through Floyd's genius. He sees Mayweather as a rare figure who excelled both inside the ring and in marketing himself, an achievement comparable to what Conor McGregor accomplished in his own arena.
I'm a massive, massive Floyd fan. Like, my journey into boxing, obviously when I was young, it was very much Mike Tyson, but then it went and became a UK thing. The ITV days of, I don't know, Ben Eubank, etc., Michael Watson, and then eventually Joe Calzaghe, Prince Nassim, etc., etc. My reason for going back and watching American boxing is solely down to Floyd. Like, I was obsessed with everything Floyd Mayweather did. I thought he was a genius when it comes to marketing and a genius in the ring. Like, it's very rare that the two go together, which is why I think everyone kind of fell in love with Conor McGregor, right? Because Conor McGregor was a genius outside the ring in terms of how to sell a fight. And in the octagon, he actually proved that he can fight as well. Floyd, obviously on a completely different level, but you know what I mean? Very similar. Someone that talks the talk and walks the walk. And Floyd most...
Wade Plemon offers a candid perspective on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s return, emphasizing the clash between preserving legacy and chasing financial gain. He notes that watching a fighter of Floyd's caliber step back into the ring at this point can leave fans feeling underwhelmed, hinting that the move is motivated more by profit than genuine love for the sport. For longtime supporters, it creates an uneasy feeling, seeing a legendary career risk being defined by money rather than pure athletic excellence.
Floyd Mayweather had financial troubles because of the money he owed to the IRS, because of the terrible, terrible business and real estate investments that he's made, and apparently some of these have gone under, and he is owed back rent, or he is owing back rent, and he is delinquent on a lot of payments for a lot of different things right now. These things seem to have added up for Floyd, and now it's pretty apparent that not only is he doing these, bank robbery style exhibitions, but it looks like he absolutely needs to do it, which is very, very sad. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Floyd Mayweather as an individual outside of the ring, but I never want to see athletes have their money mismanaged or mismanage their own money so badly that they go broke in retirement, and it looks like that's kind of what's happening.
Despite swirling rumors about Floyd's financial situation, Plemons strongly dismisses any notion that he's in trouble, stressing that the fighter is far from struggling to meet obligations. He warns that headlines claiming massive debt are misleading and exaggerated. At the same time, he acknowledges that the event is undeniably profitable, with financial incentive playing a major role in bringing it to life. While some may see this as purely commercial or even disappointing, Plemons frames it as a strategic decision, one that balances Floyd's competitive drive with smart career management. To him, it's both a thrilling spectacle for fans and a testament to Mayweather's skill in controlling his brand and legacy.
His attorney strongly denies any kind of financial distress, but the headlines aren't slowing it down. $54 million alleged dollars in debt. So it makes sense why they would want to do this, and it's strictly for money, let's be honest. This is a clear money grab, but this is going to be a terrible fight. This is not going to be a fight that anyone outside of watching Mike Tyson walk to the ring and the idea that maybe he'll knock out the little guy in Floyd that Tyson for a long time didn't like. You know, for a long time called Floyd a small little angry man or a small little scared man because he couldn't walk his kids to school by himself, mainly because Floyd had, he kind of disrespected Muhammad Ali, who was Mike Tyson's favorite fighter and one that he would never put himself above. But Mike's 60 years old. And if there was a time for Mike to get him and knock him out or whatever, it never would have happened because they were in completely different weight classes and XYZ. If you wanted to settle it outside of boxing, that's one thing, but now they're stepping into this exhibition. There's not going to be any weight classes.
Ariel Helwani offered a pointed take on the anticipated clash between two boxing icons, sparking debate among fans. He questions the necessity of the fight, wondering if bringing athletes back at this stage of their careers truly serves the sport. To him, the matchup feels more like a spectacle than a legitimate contest, with both fighters long past their physical peaks. Helwani emphasizes that the potential risks may outweigh any entertainment or financial gain, insisting that the athlete's health should remain the top concern. His remarks tap into a wider conversation in boxing about reviving former champions, especially when such events appear driven more by publicity or profit than genuine competition. While fans might feel excitement at seeing legendary names return to the ring, Helwani cautions that age inevitably slows reflexes, diminishes speed, and reduces endurance. In his assessment, the fight may be unnecessary and could even threaten to tarnish the legacies of both fighters instead of honoring them.
Today's economic times, there's economic challenges. These corporations and companies, they're looking to make profit. And if they put out a pay-per-view and a lot of people, another thing is the fighters. I'm blaming the fighters too, because there's a lot of guys, they're not bigger than the fighters of yesteryear. That's why you can have a Floyd Mayweather and a Mike Tyson whose brands are so big. This is going to be a big fight. It's going to be, just because it's a freak show, circus fight, whatever you want to say. Some people are going to be mad at it. I don't want to see it, blah, blah, blah. But the curiosity is always going to get the best of the masses, especially if they put this on Netflix or Amazon or whoever, right? And that's the reality. A lot of these new fighters, Gen Z fighters, people under 30, they're not marketing them.
Johnny Nelson recently shared his perspective on the much-anticipated face-off between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., shedding light on details that often go unnoticed by fans. He highlighted that, despite his age, Mayweather still moves with extraordinary speed, power, and pinpoint accuracy, displaying a level of sharpness that surprises even veteran observers. In training, Floyd exhibits a remarkable youthfulness in his technique, attacking the bags with intense focus and precision born from years of disciplined preparation. Nelson also explored the human side of boxing legends, noting that decisions to return to the ring are driven by more than just pride or competition. Financial obligations, family considerations, and the desire to stay relevant in the sport all factor into their choices. While some worry about potential damage to their legacies, Nelson stresses that these fighters remain elite athletes, capable of combining experience, natural talent, and careful strategy to perform at a high level.
Then you're going up against Floyd Mayweather. This guy was unbeaten as a fighter. He still physically has ring craft. He still physically can move about the ring and do what he has to do. I think for Mike Tyson, he's going to be very frustrated. He will want to lay a shot on him to get rid of him, but unfortunately, you slow down. Father Time gets the better of us all, and even though I think when it comes to a fan's favourite, I'm quite sure most of the fans would love to see Mike Tyson put Floyd in his place, and that's probably what will be the attraction as well. But you've got to remember, Mike Tyson's 59 years old. You've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather is still hitting the bag in the gym. He's still moving around, even though he's 48 years old. But you've got to remember, these guys are individuals. They're fathers, they're brothers, or whatever. And they still want to earn a massive chunk of money. Where's Mike Tyson? Whatever they're getting paid. Where's Mike Tyson at 59 going to earn this kind of money? Where's Floyd Mayweather at this time of life going to make this kind of money? It doesn't matter what we say about legacy. These guys are still going to live. These guys are still thinking, you know what, I'll take the heat, I'll take the criticism, but you know what, my bank account's all right, my family's all right. And I know it's crude, and I know it takes the shine off it, but that's real talk. So these guys are now in a position where where people want to pay them a lot of money to fight each other. It's against somebody they don't like. So again, ego's going to get the better of common sense with Mike, as far as I'm concerned.
And that wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more. See you in the next one.